Reading 1, Family Honor versus State Power. Oh, sister Ismene, dear sister Ismene, you know how heavy the hand of God is upon us, how we who are left must suffer for our father Oedipus. There is no pain, no sorrow, no suffering, no dishonor. We have not shared together, you and I, and now there is something more. Have you heard this order, this latest order from the king, has proclaimed to the city? Have you heard how our dearest are being treated like the enemies?
I have heard nothing about any of those we love, neither good nor evil. Not, I mean, since the death of our two brothers, both fallen in a day. The Argive army, I hear, was withdrawn last night. I know no more to make me sad or glad.
I thought you did not, that's why I brought you out here, where we shan't be heard to tell you something alone.
What is it, Antigone? Black news I can see already.
Oh, Ismene, what do you think? Our two dear brothers, Creon has given funeral honors to one and not to the other, nothing but shame and ignominy. Eteocles has been buried, they tell me, in state, with all honorable observances due to the dead, but Polynices, just as unhappily fallen, the order says he is not to be buried, not to be mourned, to be left unburied, unwept, and feast of flesh for keen-eyed carrion birds. The noble Creon, it is against you and me. He has made this order, yes, against me, and soon he will be here himself, to make it plain to those that have not heard it, and to enforce it. This is no idle threat. To punishment for disobedience is death by stoning. So now you know, and now is the time to show whether you are worthy of your high blood.
My poor Antigone, if this really is true, what more can I do or undo to help you?
Will you help me? Will you do something with me? Will you?
Help you to do what, Antigone? What do you mean?
Would you help me lift the body, you and me?
You cannot mean to bury him against the order?
Is he not my brother and yours, whether you like it or not? I shall never desert him, never.
How could you dare when Creon has expressly forbidden it?
He has no right to keep me from my own.
Oh, sister, do you forget how our father perished in shame and misery, his awful sin, self-proof, blinded by his own self-mutilation, and then his mother, his wife, for she was both, destroyed herself in a noose of her own making, and now our brothers, both in a single day, fallen in awful exaction of death for death, blood for blood, each slain by the other's hand. Now we are two left, and what will be the end of us if we transgress the law and defy our king? Oh, think, Antigone, we are women. It is not for us to fight against men. Our rulers are stronger than we, and we must obey in this, or in the worse than this. May the dead forgive me. I can do no other, but as I am commanded to do more is madness.
So we're gonna give you a little bit of a backstory. So there's Antigone and Ismene, the daughters of Oedipus and Jocasta, the former rulers of Thebes. And so they are cursed because Oedipus killed his father and married his mother. And then they sent him into exile, but he left Antigone and Ismene to deal with the consequences and the suffering. And then the two brothers, Eteocles and Polynices, agreed to share the throne of Thebes and to go 1 year, somebody rules and then they exchange. But then Eteocles didn't want to share the power anymore, and so they fought and they killed each other. And their uncle Creon took over after when they died. And so Eteocles defended Thebes, so Creon wanted to give him a proper burial, but not Polynices because he was a traitor, so he would be left unburied and as a punishment.
That is when Antigone and her sister Ismene are talking privately about their brother Polynices. Antigone is against this decision. She believes Creon's order is unjust and goes against the sacred law of the gods. To her, every person deserves a piece of burial, and no ruler has the right to deny it. She decides to go against Creon's command and secretly bury her brother. Even if it means facing horrible consequences, she asks her sister for help, hoping she would share the same belief. This conversation gives us the main conflict of the play, which is the struggle between family honor and state power.
So I feel like Antigone feels both love and frustration towards Ismene because she finds her a bit too obedient and like too scared of what Creon will do. And when she tells her about the plan to bury her brother, she refuses to help and she says, "No, we must obey Creon, the king, because they're only women and they cannot fight against the power of a man and a king." And Antigone doesn't really like that because they've been suffering from the curse, and she gets that she's afraid, but she still feels betrayed because their brother is being dishonored and she doesn't want to help. Like at the end of the day, they're family and their blood. So she obeys the laws of man instead of obeying the divine laws. And Antigone isn't scared, but she does understand her sister's fear.
To me, Ismene thinks that Creon is going against divine law, and she saw what happens when the divine law is violated. Her family went through a lot for going against it. Her father was sent away after a prophecy that said that he would kill his father and marry his mother. But in trying to avoid it, it was fulfilled, and as a consequence, his life ended in shame and blindness. Their mother couldn't live with that horror, so she took her own life, and their two brothers destroyed each other for fighting for the throne. All these tragedies were caused by people who tried to resist either the will of the gods or authority placed on them. So when Ismene hears Antigone planning to break Creon's law, she's terrified that history is about to repeat itself. She learned from every loss that going against fate or the ruler only leads to suffering. Her fear isn't cowardness, it's survival. She's desperate to end the cycle of destruction that has caused their family for generations. It shows not only fear but also her awareness of how powerless women were in her society.